Every man thinks he understands what turns a woman on. He imagines roses, compliments, and a perfect dinner where she laughs at all his jokes. But what if I told you that none of that touches the deepest part of her desire? That behind her smile, her soft voice, and her carefully composed confidence lives something far more primal? It's not love stories or fairy tales that keep her awake at night. It's not the fantasy of being adored, it's the fantasy of being undone. Because the truth is, what she secretly craves is not what she'll ever say out loud. She'll talk about romance, loyalty, partnership, but she'll never confess the part of her that aches to lose control. The part that wants to feel a man's presence so deeply that her mind goes quiet, her body takes over, and she forgets who's supposed to be in charge. She hides this because it terrifies her. Because if you ever saw it, if you ever truly understood what runs through her body when she feels real masculine energy, you wouldn't look at her the same again. And maybe that's why most men never experience it. They're too busy trying to please her, when what she's starving for is a man who can lead her. When a woman meets a man who's calm under pressure, certain of himself, who doesn't ask for permission to be masculine, something inside her shifts. She doesn't plan it. She doesn't control it. Her walls start to crack, and for the first time she feels safe enough to stop pretending she's unshakable. This isn't about dominance. It's about polarity, the raw electricity between masculine certainty and feminine surrender. And when you finally understand how that energy works, you'll stop chasing women because they'll start gravitating toward you, drawn by the one thing they can't fake, a man who can handle their truth. You see her, poised, articulate, maybe even running her own empire. She navigates the world with a shield of composure, a finely tuned performance of independence. She'll tell you and herself that she has everything under control. And to a degree she does. But this isn't a state of blissful contentment. It's a state of constant vigilance. A constant internal monologue of decision-making, problem-solving, and managing every subtle nuance of her life. This endless mental gymnastics is exhausting. Her mind is a whirring, calculating machine, but her body yearns for something else entirely. It aches for release, for a pause in the relentless self-management, for a chance to simply feel, without analysis, without consequence, without the weight of being perpetually in charge. This is the chasm between her outward presentation and her deepest, most guarded desires. Think about it. Every day she has to be the architect of her own existence. She makes plans, sets boundaries, and maintains her composure even when the world around her is chaotic. She's the anchor in her own storm. But imagine the profound relief, the intoxicating freedom of finding a man who makes her feel utterly safe enough to finally drop that anchor, to let the currents take her even for a moment, to surrender the map and simply be led. This isn't weakness. It's a deep biological craving for equilibrium, for the other side of the energetic coin. This is why the men who hesitate, who seek constant validation, who are transparently unsure of themselves, will never awaken this part of her. They don't inspire trust. They don't inspire safety. They only reinforce her need to remain guarded, to keep her control firmly intact. How can she surrender to a man who can't even confidently lead himself? Her deepest desire remains locked away, a prisoner of her own unwavering vigilance because she cannot afford to let go into an uncertain embrace. But then, there's that man, the one who walks into a room and instantly recalibrates the energy. He doesn't need to shout, doesn't need to boast. His certainty is a quiet hum, a foundational presence that resonates deep within her. He carries himself with an unshakable inner knowing, a calm authority that doesn't demand attention but commands it nonetheless. He's not asking for permission to be powerful. He simply is. When she encounters this kind of masculine energy, something profound begins to stir within her. Her internal defenses, built meticulously over years, begin to soften. It's not a conscious choice. It's an instinctive, almost gravitational pull. Her mind, usually so active, starts to quiet. Her body, accustomed to holding itself rigid, begins to relax. This isn't about being dominated. It's about being held. Held in a space of such unwavering masculine presence that her own feminine energy feels safe enough to unfurl, to expand, to finally surrender its constant vigil. This is the essence of polarity. The undeniable, almost violent attraction between two complementary forces. Her feminine desire to flow, to feel, to immerse, meets his masculine capacity to lead, to protect, to define. It's a dance as old as time itself, etched into our very biology. It's the electric current that ignites between rock and water, between fire and air. When these two energies meet in perfect alignment, the spark isn't just passion, it's a deep, soulful recognition. It's the feeling of finally coming home to an energy that completes her, allowing her to be fully and gloriously herself, even the parts she keeps hidden. Imagine you're out. She's vibrant, laughing, holding court with stories that captivate everyone around her. She's the center of attention, totally in command. Then, you lean in, your voice dropping to a low, resonant rumble that cuts through the ambient noise and goes straight to her. You tell her not ask, but tell her with an unyielding certainty in your eyes that you're done here, that she's coming with you. No explanation, no negotiation, just a calm, resolute statement. In that singular moment, you will witness a subtle yet profound shift. Her eyes might flash with a mixture of surprise and a spark of something untamed. Her breath might catch imperceptibly. Outwardly, she might offer a playful retort, a teasing challenge. But inwardly, a tremor will run through her. You've just bypassed her calculating mind and touched the raw, primal core of her desire. You've stripped away the performance and activated the part of her that aches to be claimed, to be guided, to be so utterly wanted that resistance becomes a thrilling impossibility. That shiver isn't fear. It's recognition. It's the visceral thrill of encountering a man who can effortlessly take the reins, who is utterly unafraid of her power, and who, in turn, allows her the exquisite freedom of letting go. You've just offered her the most dangerous, most seductive gift, the permission to stop fighting, to stop controlling, and to simply be. To be the woman who doesn't have to carry the weight of the world, because for this moment in your presence, she knows she doesn't have to. Once you awaken this deep current within her, once you tap into this forbidden fantasy, you become imprinted in her psyche. Every other man will feel lackluster, weak. They will feel like boys playing at being men because they lack the intrinsic certainty, the quiet fire, the unwavering presence that you embody. You will be the man who saw beyond the mask, who understood the silent language of her body, and who dared to give her what she truly craved but would never articulate. You will be the man who made her feel utterly, deliciously undone. And that, my friend, is a man she will never, ever forget. So, when she speaks of her ideal partner, painting a picture of kindness, sensitivity, and unwavering support, understand that these are the acceptable, polished desires she can comfortably express. They are the social contracts of romance. But beneath that veneer, pulsing with an untamed rhythm, lies the true hunger, the ravenous desire for a man who embodies such grounded, unapologetic masculinity that she feels safe enough to utterly, completely let go. A man who doesn't ask for permission to lead but simply leads. A man who can handle her truth, the raw, visceral, surrender-craving woman she keeps hidden from the world. The question then isn't whether she has this fantasy. Every woman does. The only question that truly matters is this: are you man enough to awaken it? Are you bold enough to step into your own masculine power, to drop the need for her validation, and to become the unshakable force that will finally allow her to shed her defenses and embrace the intoxicating pleasure of release? This isn't about manipulation. It's about authenticity. It's about becoming the man she unknowingly craves, the man who speaks to the deepest, most primal part of her being. If you're ready to stop guessing and start understanding the profound hidden desires that truly move women, then you need to commit to cultivating this kind of potent, magnetic masculine energy. The world is full of men who are nice, polite, and safe. But the world is starving for men who are certain, decisive, and unafraid to lead. And women are starving for those men most of all. If this revelation has ignited something within you, if you're tired of being just another man in her orbit and want to become the gravitational pull she can't resist, then subscribe to this channel right now. Don't miss out on more unfiltered truths that will transform your understanding of women and your interactions with them. Hit that like button if you found this insightful, and drop a comment below. I want to know, what's one perception about women's desires that you've held on to, and how has this video challenged it? Share your thoughts, because the conversation around real polarity is just beginning, and your input is crucial. Join me in unlocking the secrets to becoming the man who doesn't just attract women, but utterly captivates them, by speaking directly to the forbidden dream she carries in her soul.